I did not know what to expect with this movie. I've heard about it for like almost a year at this point. I like Robert Pattinson. I like Zendaya. And any chance for Zendaya not to play, a drug riddled teenager, I'm all in for it. Especially after seeing the Challengers. Seeing Zendaya in Challengers was a nice change of pace. And I was like, okay, cool. I've seen Robert Pattinson do a bunch of different things, but it's always nice seeing Zendaya do different things. When I heard that there was such a, like, there's a bit of controversy around the film and like a huge twist, that was the main draw for me because it was kind of like, how big could this twist be? And like, I was hearing things about it, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm sure it's probably gonna be something like this. And I thought it was gonna be something like graphic. I thought it was gonna be a whole change of pace. The twist in this movie is basically a dark comedy Seinfeld episode. It's literally a Seinfeld episode. The humor in this movie, I was cracking up in this movie. Like, it was good. It's good to see the theater because the whole audience is trying to figure out what's happening too. And once you find out like what it's all about, what is the drama, then it's kind of like it's a good crowd experience to be there. When it comes out on streaming, definitely watch it with your friends. This is a date night movie. All married couples who are going into it, well, all engaged couples who are going into it should watch this movie. Because I definitely don't want to spoil it, but it asks the question, what would you do? And how much are you willing to accept from a person? And how red does a flag have to be in order for you to get the hell on out of there? If you're not a fan of dark humor, and I hate using this word, but if you're kind of sensitive to some subject matters, maybe you won't like it. Maybe you'll feel offended because I saw an article talking about how, some people were offended by this movie. But it is one of those things where it's just kind of like, if it's for you, it's for you. And if it's not for you, just try to hear what they're trying to say. Like, look, the movie isn't just a running joke over something, dastardly. But it does bring up a good question that I feel like, especially at this point in time, we should all ask ourselves. Never thought about this question, but I'll definitely be bringing it up in future conversations. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson have great chemistry, and they're doing all the heavy lifting in this movie as the leads. Robert Pattinson, we already know Robert Pattinson, does good, especially like he's proved himself way past Twilight. And I think this is my favorite role that Zendaya has played, just because it's just like a different side of her. And a lot of it is subdued, and it just shows that, okay, Zendaya is really good in acting and like not just a typical, running dialogue mill. It's just her presence and just the mood that she sets when she's on a scene. You can feel it just in her body language, her face. She's really good in it. Also, the editing is really good in this movie. That's another reason why the movie is so funny. It's just because the editing is like cutaway gags, but mixed with, like I said, Seinfeld episode. A prestige Seinfeld episode right here. I just think it's time for a different class of romantic comedies. The drama brought it. I gave it an 8 out of 10 on Instagram. Over here, give it a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it.